My man loves me.
Empire.
He provides for me. He protects me. So tonight, I'm gonna drop it low just for him. Drop it low for Jesus. Keep the Lord in mind. When you're dirty wine, drop it for Jesus. Drop it low.
It's above me now.
Hey. We are back. Is it another Wednesday again? I'm here with...
Seems like another Wednesday.
Oh, my goodness.
It might be.
It's definitely another
It's like
Wednesday.
another hump day. We're definitely back, and I'm here with Aaron.
Is that a question?
Some days it's a question. I don't know who it is.
Remember, they thought we were breaking up, girls. So let's keep it together.
You never know. Malik
Hey,
got
girls.
new glasses, so
Hey,
it's a
girls.
different vision in here.
Gray B ants. I'm in this bitch.
And I definitely have Stevie in the building.
What the fuck is up, y'all? What's tea?
Lord. So, yes, I'm running this episode.
Yes, bitch.
I feel like
on.
Whoopi.
Yes.
Come on, Whoopi.
Or Barbara.
Come on,
Wait, hold on. Now, wait. Dude, what's your name?
Okay.
Oh, wait, bitch. I like to have a moment, so I was letting you guys have yours,
Okay.
and then I was going to talk and say who I was.
Yo.
It's me. It's Trey.
Oh.
Hey, girl.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
If you didn't remember, last week, I got so much love from last week's episode.
Yeah,
Can I
girl.
tell
The
y'all?
girls
It
was
was
giving you
living
your
for you.
flowers.
Somebody
bitch.
told me I was a fucking mood, and I felt like
Get your
Beyonce when she said. I just feel like Beyonce when you say I'm a mood, so I thank you. I really appreciate
Mood
it.
forever.
Finally,
Um,
like no shade, y'all. Trey be feeling some type of way. He be feeling
Cause
like
Why
I just be
girls
like,
don't see
the
who
girls
don't
don't live for her, but they actually do.
I be like, let me know.
I was
think
glad
you
for you to
also
have your
gave
moment.
like
yeah.
I think you also gave last episode when you were like, they never hit me up, baby. They
No,
give
they
me what you
did,
need.
and some of it was very like,
Uh-huh.
sure, thanks. That's all the conversation's gonna be.
Oh, man.
And some of it was just like someone tweeted before we even started recording, like, I've spoken to Stevie and Malik and Aaron, but I just don't know how to speak to Trey. And I was just like,
The girls.
girl, you tweeted me, bitch. So, hello, hi.
Such
Voila.
bitches. Oh my god, these
But,
girls.
you know, I've been having so much fun. How has your weeks been? Any good dick? Any good
no-
stories?
Girls go.
Still no dick. This weekend I had the opportunity to help one of my friends. He's actually starting a podcast. So I was able to be a guest on 3 of his opening episodes.
Is he trying to steal a co-host?
Okay.
No,
Girl,
he's
hey,
not
girl.
trying to
Just
steal a
making sure.
co-host.
That's all.
No. He's not trying to steal a co-host. I'm a
let
I'm
him
a
slip
supportive
with the
friend.
file.
So
Yeah.
he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I want to start a podcast." I actually came up with his name with him. I helped him out. I was like, "Bitch, you need it." And yeah, so that's what I did this weekend. I was all the way in the Bronx, Clarkchester.
Oh, Jesus.
My lord.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I made it. I'm still here, but yeah, everything else is gooch.
Okay, Tisha Campbell.
Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
P.S. Bitch, you
What's
gonna
up?
have to bring your ass to the Upper West Side.
Bitch,
too.
I'm gonna. Well, okay. So here's the thing.
Niggas
Watch
went to
it.
the boonies.
Hold on.
I'ma have to.
This was no, bitch.
Y'all
You
bitches
know,
don't
wait
come
a
to
minute. You
visit
know,
me.
I love your sex. I love your area, bitch. So I want to come over there anyway, cause you know I got to tip around them streets. You know what I have to do.
Niggas went to Narnia and came back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but he had asked me like a little
that's-
while in
no,
advance. Bitch,
that's-
you know
that's
YT.
work.
Stop it.
That's
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Aaron, darling, what you been up to?
Chilling. School.
Come on, school.
That's it. School. Fantasizing about one of my professors.
Come on now.
And that's really, that's gonna have to be what connects me to philosophy because I don't care at all. So,
a
be
cute
like,
man
okay,
helps.
I'll make it so that my professor's hot. So it's like I'll pay attention
Come on,
because, he is. He's hot. He's Colombian and gorgeous.
Oh, Jesus.
You want a little spice in your life?
you know.
I know that's right. Come on.
You know, I'll just take a look. Anyway, but yeah, just school, and I go to school and I come home. But I did get drunk, really drunk.
Come on.
I was about to say,
Last
tell
night-
a lie. You a
Last
lie. I
night-
see your Instagrams.
Tell a story.
No, it ain't a story. I just got drunk. That's it. It's
okay.
nothing
Ain't
else.
nothing-
There was a cute DJ at one point.
Okay.
And I was
Okay.
flirting. But other than that, no.
There's so
Was there a cute bartender at
I was
the
about
same
to say,
point?
where's the bartenders? The bartender's always cute.
No.
Oh, damn.
No.
Sure.
Get you a free drink, Miss Man.
No.
Malik, darling.
First of all, I want to say thank you to those who listened and tweeted us about last week's episode. 'Cause
Yes,
the girls were like,
yes.
it was amazing.
They lived.
It was really great to come into the studio and produce something like that. Like, we haven't kind of had that energy in the studio in a moment, in a while. So it was just really nice to kind of like put that out in the airwaves.
Was that our longest episode? That
Yes,
it was.
I was
It
like,
was.
oh my goodness.
Maybe never again.
She was an hour and like 45 minutes
Yeah.
long. So it was a lot of talking. It was a lot of him.
But a lot of stuff. But
Yeah, it was
cute.
it was
Yeah.
some good shit.
Cute
It
stuff.
was. I was in a totally different place last week. That's why I wanted to start with that. A different place now. I went to Boston over the weekend, and that was cute. And it was just nice to kind of like get away from the city and get away from my troubles a little bit. But now I'm back. But yeah, it's been a cute little week. I got off of work Friday and I was really, really feeling it. Like, I don't give myself like time to feel it, but I was just like, girl, I just got off of work at my job at Wall Street. I'm going to my apartment. Like, I was just really having a
Ooh la la.
moment. Yeah, like I was just really having a city moment. So like, I don't know. I need to have moments like that
having
more.
Carrie
But
Bradshaw moments.
yes, I had my moments.
As you should. Go off.
Yes.
I live.
So it was nice to get away for the weekend. Glad to be back with y'all. Glad to be back in the studio to cook up some goodness. We have some handsomeness in the studio.
Coming out.
But I'll let
Girl, you saw me.
Girl, he talk about us every week. Stop it.
I'll
He's calling
let
us
Trey
every
do her
week.
job. You know, I don't want to Indian give. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my. Well, just with me, I ain't done shit.
Yeah.
But be home, show some houses.
Bitch, you need to talk about that more.
No, she
Let me
did.
tell
She
you-
talked about
okay,
last
so-
week.
I went to see a house that was absolutely gorgeous. Like everything and more. And if I was willing to go broke and be in debt, I would really buy it. But I'm not willing to live that life. So I was really searching for homes for my aunt. She's moving. She just had a baby a year ago. So life is changing, but that's really it. And school. But who gives a fuck about all of that? Because we got a motherfucking first guest of season 4.
Coming out.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh, shit is
First,
right.
first guest of season 4.
That's the energy I'm talking about.
So, like, you know,
bring it.
zero
Don't fuck
pressure.
it up. No,
Don't fuck it up.
Heard it. Oh.
okay, so I kind of want you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
Because
surprising? I mean,
you know, you're that dynamic of a person.
you are that
Oh,
bitch.
really?
I mean,
Oh, okay. Listen, I just wish that I could see myself the way that y'all see me.
oh,
Listen.
Well, them
beloved,
eyes is
it'll
gonna have
take
to get
turns.
open, baby. You go
what you
off.
said.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm Fred. I'm nobody super special yet, but I am
Lots.
a designer. I am the host of previously curated podcasts. And now I just started a podcast, launched a podcast this past week called Groove Theorists. And it's basically like I bring in like different friends of mine, and then we like choose a song that we want to create like this alternate storyline behind. And we did the first episode this past week, and it was I had 3 of my friends with me. We got drunk, and we just told the story of Me, Myself, and I by Beyonce.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Here
it
we
was
go.
like- it went from like, I don't know who listened, but like it went from like some woman who got her rainbow dress or her dress from Rainbow, and she's at Bella Noche's, and then she meets a nigga named Jerome.
Yes.
Bella Noche.
And then there's a big twist with the cousin. Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh
But
my God, I need
it
this.
ultimately comes back down to basically her appreciating herself as she is. But
With that
that's a
rainbow
lot.
dress. Go on.
Yeah, the
Miss
rainbow
Man.
dress.
He had to
That's
stand.
right.
No.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
I'm here
you know
for
what
it.
I'm
I love
saying?
a rainbow
It's
set.
a whole aesthetic.
Let
So
me tell
yeah,
you.
that's out now. I'm really excited about that. Had a great first week. I'll record the next episode tomorrow. So
I'm gonna draft an
Congrats.
email.
yeah, no, I have to have all of y'all on too.
Oh, we coming.
Yeah. No, for real.
That, 'cause
You ain't,
like, that-
there. You ain't love.
I
That is
supply
up
the
Aaron's-
the premise of your
And-
podcast is like my life.
That
All
is
I
his,
do
Supply the
is
booze.
make up
Yes,
shit.
I'm here
So
for
like
it.
I'm
That's
here
So,
for it.
yeah, no, let's do it. Literally, I'm Southern, so I supply the liquor. Might bring some ribs in there one day. We just gonna have a
I
good
love
time.
a good rib.
Yes,
Some
some
chicken,
meat,
some anything,
okay?
anything that you
That's
guys
what I'm
need.
talking
I
about. You
love
know,
a
bitch,
good
love a
rib.
chicken.
Just have a good time.
I love a good meat.
Love me some
Listen,
chicken.
it's like
Same,
a kickback in
sis.
You know?
years.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, that's me.
I will get back to that love and good meat later.
We're gonna talk about that.
But
Why must you always cut?
no.
like,
The
damn.
Don't let
reason
these
why I'm
girls
saying
set
that
you
is
up.
because I was Ubering to the studio today,
Wow, the
and yeah, you know, I had to
also,
when I come
the
back.
iPhone 11 though. So
Look,
Right.
you get
we're not
three
gonna talk about
cameras,
this
don't know
right
how to
now.
act.
She's a
You
capitalist.
upgraded.
She's a capitalist.
Don't worry.
And that phone is cunt. Don't
Three
worry.
cameras
Okay.
don't know how to act.
But yes, I
She's
was
a capitalist, everyone.
I was Ubering up to the city, you know, and I passed by a restaurant called the Flying Cock. And
They serve
what did they serve, girl?
cock. I was about to say, if you said the flying cock, correct?
Yes.
They serve cock.
You know, I don't mind the word cock as much as everyone seems to.
No, I
Not
love it.
anymore.
I love it.
Nah, hold on now.
I don't
We
really like that
I
word.
love
that
it.
much.
We don't.
If it's happening, I can't stop it.
Right?
We don't love it.
It depends on
But
I can't
If
stop
it's
it.
given what it's
If
given.
I'm in the mood and it's
If
going,
it's
you
so
said cock, and I'm
if it
in
so
the
happens to slip out of your mouth,
I mean,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
might slip in. I don't know. It's just-
Work
that's just what has
Fred.
to happen.
Hello.
Work Fred.
All right, because I'm saying, hey,
Word
listen,
Fred.
you know what I'm
Word
saying? Who
Fred.
knows what
I'm
might
here for
happen?
it.
Anyway,
yeah.
back to
I
what
get
you
it.
were talking
Go ahead, Trey. Sorry.
That was my only story for the day.
God.
But no, so let's kick this off with the wonderful what is it called? The breakdown icebreaker. I don't know. Y'all made these
The breakdown.
The breakdown.
I made these damn names.
We
and
back.
I barely pay attention until the question is said. But the question for this breakdown is, what is an album that changed your life?
Ooh.
Can I please go first?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it to you anyway.
Go ahead.
Always goes
You going first anyway.
Yeah.
The Velvet Rope by Janet Jackson. That album, I don't know if people like have internalized that record, but that was kind of like when Janet was like, yo, I am all of this and more. Like she was showing her titties more, and she was like, I actually have a tat. I don't know if y'all remember like the branding for the show, the album. It was like a Sankofa. And I actually got it.
Oh, nice.
For it, but it's, you know, it's an African symbol, but I got it for Janet. But
I was about to say, like, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, deeper stuff. But yeah, that album really like set me free. I was like, she released it in '97, so I was like 3. But at the same time, I got into it like as I was growing up, and it was just like this sexual liberation. And then like I really got into it when I was in college, and I started dyeing my hair all different colors. And people was like, "Yo, you're going through your Velvet Rope phase." I was like, "I is, I am,
We love
it." You right? But yeah, no. So that changed my life. That album
Cool.
is everything.
Malik girl.
Girl, I'm high. Y'all got me key.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah, honey.
And they was living for that last week.
No,
too. Like, Malik was keen.
bitch.
She was cracking up. I get what you.
Do I have a what? That
What is
The album
that
that changed
changed
your
your life?
or
Influenced your life?
I want to
in
say
some way?
B Day, like bitch.
Girl,
I'm not really.
808?
You know how I feel about like.
Yeah, we know.
You know how I feel about Beyonce.
We
but
know,
look-
sis. All right.
That's the first album I ever bought.
No, he don't feel the way I feel.
No,
let me tell
but
you.
Not him.
I just
We know that too.
B Day like really came into our lives and shook us by like our souls, and she's still shaking our souls, and it will continue to do so. So but no, like I also kind of connected to like me coming out in high school. And I remember like Single Ladies and just being gay and loving Beyonce. Yeah, so I love also that like the younger generation now has kind of like her as someone to look up to too. So that's like really dope. Because she wasn't as much as an icon when I was like younger. If that makes
Yeah,
any
that makes sense.
But yeah, like
she
she's,
was
like,
growing.
powerful now. So it's beautiful. But yeah, B-Day.
I love that album. Stevie.
Could you come back?
What you looking
I
for?
was-
Your
I was
I
saying.
got one of those messages to just say.
Oh no! They fucking
Bitch, they not gonna fuck up my ass.
Girl,
That
love.
part.
That's 3 out of what? Y'all about to get a text message.
No,
Aaron,
I'm
you
not.
next.
None of you motherfuckers got my number.
I got right. Go off.
Right.
I'm with it.
Okay.
I feel the same way. Ain't that text me?
An album that changed my life. I'm gonna go back when I was a kid and say an album that I used to play consistently was TLC Fan Mail. I played
Fan Mail. That whole tour was everything. I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. No, I remember going to elementary and like having my little like CD player, and I used when I tell you I played that fucking CD out, like it was like to the part where it was like crack that I played the bitch so much, and I knew like all the words, all the Left Eye's verses, like it was just like a really really dope album, and like TLC was like my favorite group back then, so that album definitely set me on the sale.
Do you remember that song on the album where it was like, I need a crunk type nigga, make
Man,
7
nah,
figures,
nigga.
laced with the platinum, not the silver shit, nigga.
Okay.
And it was like, it was real, like,
It was very.
it started off like real.
Yeah.
It was started off like real mellow, and then it went into like
Chili ate that. That was cute.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
was- gave me
Fan Mail
ATL.
was the album that changed. Yeah, my
That got
life.
me up just
That's
now.
great.
Yes.
Um,
Come on.
I'm gonna go recent with mine. And it's an album I talk about constantly. It is the album Cold Heart by Third Story. I
Those are your
don't give a
babies.
fuck. I'm
Those are
talking
your
about
babies.
every
I'm
scared.
single
I know
goddamn
what you
time.
was gonna say.
Every time you niggas
Those are
ask
your
me, I'm gonna
babies.
say that album. It explores themes of sadness and as it relates to relationships and moving through those sorts of things. And I love the themes in the album. So I listen to it all the time. Zero skips.
Zero skips.
3 guys. They're amazing. Their harmonies are incredible. Check it out.
Shout out to them.
Mine is so I was wrestling with this question because I first had Keisha Cole, and then
The way it is?
No, that's
Oh.
That's an album.
That's an album. No
okay.
shade.
Her
Wait,
first
what's
3
that?
albums are albums.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's not what I was going to do.
Oh, well,
Sure.
I chose Destiny's Child's Destiny Fulfilled
okay.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
I smell the shit that you stepping in. Go off.
because
Come on.
I remember 2004, 5-ish. I was young. So like you ain't really know what they was talking about.
Right.
But like I remember I couldn't sing T-shirt because it was
sing
just
T-shirt?
too explicit for my
Who could
ears.
sing it? I could sing
couldn't
it.
say
But
it.
let me
I was
tell
saying
you.
it. Fuck it.
That album has continuously enriched my life. Now, even then, when I wasn't dating nobody, I was losing my breath. I knew I wanted me a fucking soldier.
Wow.
I was like in
My
it.
breath is sending me.
And then
I was losing my breath.
I just remember the whole.
Okay,
I
I
think
was looking for a
what I
soldier.
love about the album was the fact that it really told a story from beginning to end. Like
It did.
you found you got a nigga that's fine, losing your breath. He a soldier.
You went from
Then
losing your breath to
you
finding a soldier. Go
catering.
off.
You doing all the shit you thought you was supposed to do. Now you missing him.
Damn.
And now he ain't shit. And now you gotta find love.
Then you
You through with love.
Then you free,
Bitch, and now you're free. And then my favorite parts is, I remember when I was a kid, I went to. This is when record stores and stuff was around. Yeah, and so they had one-off CDs of like bonus tracks.
Of course, yeah.
They had Destiny Fulfilled had 3 different bonus tracks. It was "Got's My Own," "Why You Actin'." That was
why they
my
was bonus.
favorite. That was my favorite one.
That's why they was bonus.
Because
Right.
I remember my favorite line is Kelly said something with the open fly design, Calvin Klein, talking
even
about
gotta
the
hear it to
navel on the left. I said, okay, Kelly.
That's so being
But
G.
it was a beautiful ending album for that time.
Shout out to them.
And their period of just reign. So I appreciate it.
Malik, you
was
are
my
cutting
breath
over there.
video.
Shut the
Girl, what is you laughing about?
He is
I'm
cutting
still
the
laughing
fuck
that
up.
I was losing my breath.
Stop. No, that video was
You can't look. I'm gonna be honest. I was out here like trying boo moves, and then they brought some other ones in. I said,
I was like, I still don't know
What
who
do you
side I'm on.
mean?
I
I don't know.
Do we ever find out? Right?
I was like, who won?
It's definitely
Beyonce.
hood rap beat.
They-
It's
yeah.
definitely hood rap.
I
beat.
was
They
like,
with her
wait,
Tim's on.
Beyonce had Tim's on dancing. I said, I hope her toes ain't broke.
I know.
My God.
Wait, what was the 3? It was like the first one was like the Didn't they have on velvet?
Yeah, they had a.
velvet.
It was
The
it was
doo-wop
a
hat
nice.
chick.
velvet suits, and then the hood rats came out, and then the third one was like the furs.
Yeah, it was
It
like.
was like walking through
Ghetto
the
fabulous.
crowd.
Third one was like the
separated.
mixture of ghetto fabulous.
Yeah, it
Ghetto
was like that. It was like a
It
mix
was
of both
like-
of them.
I had
Beyonce
a
was platinum
ghetto
blonde. I was
fabulous
like,
bust
this
through
is
at the end. That's
And I
crazy.
still remember. My favorite thing
That's
is
crazy.
the Soulja video, just
Oh,
because it was just Solange and the baby.
Oh
Jules
my
is
gosh,
so
she was
big.
so
And I
big
just
in that
always
video.
was thinking like, this don't make me want no soldier now. Like if I'm gonna have to get
Why
pregnant,
Solange
like
in here
who
with a
want all
baby?
of that shit?
He was
She
just
got
having
pregnant
people
by a
in her video.
soldier.
Like Beyonce, no, we need a soldier.
Have you seen Jules' baby? I mean, Jules'
Baller.
father.
He was a soldier because he
That
got
was
me
a
pregnant too.
soldier.
No shit. There it is.
Okay, maybe I. Oh,
Girl,
Jesus.
I cannot take.
We set this episode up
That is
again.
Okay, so I guess we can go into our topics.
Did you lose your bet?
Yeah, I did. I was thinking about Jules' daddy.
Right, I was like, all the
And
life
then I
got
was
sucked out of you
thinking
just now.
about.
There,
I was just thinking about a lot of
there are
soldiers.
so many funny too many funny
I mean, like,
parts on this episode.
let me
already.
say, Philly got some soldiers.
Come
But
on.
anyway, I'm over that for the moment.
Bitch.
So I'm
Hunt your puss. Hunt your puss, bitch.
I'm looking for a soldier. Please DM. I may ignore.
Okay, season.
That's my PSA
With the
for the
deep
day.
cuffs.
Okay.
It is the season. I need it. So our first topic is you're creative,
Sometimes, yes.
depending on your day.
Depending on the day.
That's a real
In the
answer.
mood.
Yeah.
I think we all struggle with bringing the best versions of ourselves in whatever we're creating, finding our voice, and whether it's creatively, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's at work, all in one. What does finding your voice? How do you know you found your voice? How do you know that you've reached a point where there's no more searching? You know what your gift is and how to effectively communicate that to the world. That's my first question. Who wants to go first?
Not me.
That was loaded. I think for me it was this constant. I'll just speak from testimony because I don't know like.
Come on,
Yeah.
Tony.
But I think for me it was like a constant life thing because like growing up first of all I'm from Atlanta, so I grew up the oldest of 3 boys and the other 2 were like athletes, and I was me being the oldest and the skinnier. Well, we're all skinny, but you know, like a young black fit African American, boy, black and African American, and the same thing. But like they always expect for you to go down a certain path, and so it was like, oh, these 2, they playing football, they running track, and you. And it was always like, oh, you the smart one. And it's like, okay.
They give you
I
a
guess.
title.
Yeah, it's like as a young kid, you're like, oh, well, I mean, technically, yeah, I don't fail things. But yeah, it was more so like I was still trying to find myself creatively because I knew I liked to sketch and draw and things. And then I got into like the technical, like learning softwares and teaching myself a lot of the stuff I know now. And I didn't find my voice until I got to college when I started to realize that for me, it wasn't just about like the product that I put into the world, but who I am. And I think that my voice, to put it simply, is authenticity. And just like, I insert niggatry into all of everything that I do. You know what I mean? And it's always like, I don't try to hide that. I work at Paper Magazine now, but I'm still like, I'm still very much so myself. Yeah. So my voice is my actual voice. I think when you just don't feel like you're trying anymore, and it feels authentic to you, and it feels kind of, it's like you wake up in the morning and you think about. Did you remember that scene from Sister Act where she was like, "If you wake up
in the morning and all you can think about is singing."
Exactly.
You're a singer, baby.
That's how I knew.
Yes, I love that fucking
how I
movie.
knew.
Sorry,
That's how I knew. When Whoopi Goldberg prophesied to me that I was supposed to be a designer, I knew it. When Sister Mary Clarence told me, so yeah, I was just like, I feel like this is who I am and this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm not putting in any real effort. This is who I am.
That's dope.
Work. Listen.
Y'all bitches are around the table too.
Okay. I don't know how to follow up from that. Look.
No, but I think I don't know if I've found it quite yet in terms of, like, I think creatively it's still a search romantically, I have my voice there because there's non-negotiables in my life, and I know what I want.
That's what's up.
And so I think there is a balance of finding it, whether, like you said, work and creatively. Like, there's always, in my eyes, there's a voice that I have for like business and work, and then my creative voice is a little bit different. Yeah. It's a little bit more risque. It's a little bit more just a whole nigga. Like, it's just
wait, a whole nigga?
A whole nigga,
whole.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not a whole.
A whole nigga. I was like, oh, well, listen.
We got the W.
Live your life.
Yes.
A whole.
A whole.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Get in
Jesus.
there,
Went down that rabbit hole.
Okay, anyway.
I'm not using you today, babe.
Okay, I'm in a good mood.
All I know is, but I think there's always going to have to be, like, I feel like there's always going to have to be this balance, and that there's never going to be a way, unless I start working for myself and doing things on my own accord, where I can just do things how I want, say things how I want. Because for me, I always believe or think that not everyone receives how I feel the same way. Mm-hmm. And I think for us, we talk on, we do this podcast, we're audio, so people listen to us and hear our opinions. Half the time people may not agree. Mm-hmm. And so then I'm like, oh, well, I kind of want to appease you. Like, I don't want to be like the rudest person.
Maybe you can't please the world.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that later.
I think there is a part of me that still wants to be perfect on every surface. Like, and appease and make sure that, like, it's palatable for, like, every... Yeah. And I think that is... That's not what I'm about to say. I feel like it's very Sasha Fierce. Like, this is my Sasha Fierce year. Like... I'm very much like, I'm going to have my I am side and my Sasha Fierce. Like, I'm having both. Yes. I'm a little confused. I'm in a sweet dream, but I'm also a beautiful nightmare.
Right. How I know that y'all be perfect for this show.
I cannot.
It literally, but like, it literally is. That's how my life is. And I think... once I guess I'm gonna have to hit my 4 or Beyonce era of life to finally not give two fucks about just what I'm putting out there, because I see your work and I'm like, this shit.
Are you an inspiration?
Right here.
Yeah, apparently.
Is something amazing on every level. Thanks. And it just shows a voice. Like, there's just, this is who you are. You can see it consistently in his work. And there's no, like, there may be a shift in, like, the subject or the focus, but it's never derails what you're trying to say.
Wow. Bless your heart.
Oh, thank you. Bless your heart. Thank you. But I want to hear from my writer friends.
I have some things to say, but I don't necessarily. I hope they connect to, like,
say it.
What I want to say.
If it doesn't, I may cut your mic.
Okay.
Oh, here she goes.
This is something so simple, but, like, I want to say that, like, with this platform, how do I want to say this? It's so, like, easy to read out and say, like,
things we don't agree with,
or just anything, like, just to come up here and, like, spew my own opinion. But it takes, like, more. It takes, like, a real person to come up here and actually, like, express and communicate in, like, a clear-cut way, you know? And I want to go back to last week because, like, I was very angry. I was very sad. But, like, I actually, like, sat up here and expressed those, like, that anger and that frustration in a very, very healthy way, you know? And going back, it is so easy to read out. Like, I can get up here and say so much shit. Baby. But I choose not to because I'm better than that and I want to be better than that, you know? So I guess in that sense, I'm trying to, like, answer your question and say, like, you know, what I do love about this show is just, like, from the time that we started this podcast up until last week's episode, like, I've, like, grown so much as a person. Like, you can literally hear it. And I'm happy about that. Like, I'm so happy about that. And I think everybody can attest to that. And you were saying, talking about your testimonies. It's such a testimony to, like, hear play back, like, our old stuff and, like, listen to us now and just, like, girl,
yeah.
what type of people were we? Who were we? And just like, I was gagging. So yeah, that's kind of like the small little bit that I wanted to add.
Okay, you were very Kelly Rowland in Survivor when she was like, "I'm better than that."
Yeah, I was.
I felt that in my soul, and as you said it, I just went back to that, and I just was like seeing a beach.
You know, I'm not gonna dish you on the internet.
Okay, no.
My mom
I
be
will.
better than that.
But
that was a lie.
Oh, I won't.
But also, I wanted to say, like, I'm really happy that this show, not only does it give me like an immediate opportunity to like express my opinion, but this show has connected me to so many beautiful people, and it's also given me the opportunity to actually sit my ass down and listen to like what people have to say. And we have guests on the show. We have a beautiful guest right now, and it's just like
all these compliments.
yeah, like it's like even though this is like
You know what I'm saying? Gosh,
it's even though this is like our space, it's just like we open it up to beautiful people to learn, and that's been the biggest blessing. So
so nice.
I want to hear from you.
Oh, okay.
and that impacts our creativity.
It does.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
I think
like,
it also, whenever we have guests in, taking that point, it allows us to think differently. It allows us to figure ourselves out a little bit more. And I know from having Shantae on, from having Fred on, from having just everybody on, I've learned different aspects of myself, different things I want to change, different things I may not want to change. And it's helping me find a voice creatively that was somewhat missing for sometimes, or sometimes harder to find. But I really want to hear from you.
Go up there.
Hi, Aaron.
Spotlight.
What up with it? No, to take from what you said, Fred, you said that, you know, the voice that you found is your voice. And that's reflected for me with the podcast, because when you put your voice out on a public forum like this, you're forced to listen to your own point of view. And then people challenge you on it, or people comment on it, or, you know, what have you. And it makes you look at the things that you think and like your motivations and how you move through the world. And so it allows you to kind of shape it. So, finding my voice creatively, it's like, I feel like I found it and I feel like I haven't. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I've found maybe substantially more of it since beginning this whole thing. It kind of lets me know like the things that I want to do and what I want to put out. But at the same time, I feel like I'm still on a journey of discovery, because I've operated out of fear for a very long time. And I let that stop me from going for things or doing certain things creatively or professionally. So I'm still on that road. You know, we're still figuring it out, and this is helping. So.
yeah, that's my opinion is slowly developing as everybody answers.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go. I was like, let me just, because, you know, I love a piggy. I'm
piggyback off of Aaron.
You know,
Niggas love a piggy.
Okay, you know.
Look, he said that for a very long time about me, bitch.
That you like the piggyback?
He was like, that was literally just the same thing he said, but just in a different word.
And now
the receipts are there, though.
Isn't it funny how the tables turn?
You see, funny how the tables turn.
One thing about
Turn. Turn. Now it's you coming back to me, bitch.
They didn't want to spend quality
No, what I think
time.
happened is that
Wow.
you just gained a little more life experience, and so now I vibe.
Don't make me go Monica.
Make it make sense.
You know, I vibe with their point of view a little more. So,
Oh, okay.
Listen, y'all gotta see the hand. Like, this is how you know.
right. You know what
I'm gonna
saying?
let him have his moment.
I'm laying some
That's the
facts
olive
down right
branch.
now.
Right.
And here's what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like we should start singing "We Are a Family." We are a family.
Like a giant
watched
tree.
that
Giant tree.
Okay, that's it.
Did you ever notice that every time they sing "We Are a Family," somebody's getting fucked over?
Yeah.
Are you sure you ever noticed that?
I mean,
go back
if we're
and
gonna
think
be
about
thinking about it, in families, most people do get
Exactly.
fucked
People
over.
do,
Those
yeah.
underlying themes. I'm sorry.
Stevie, darling, did you
What
say
is?
anything?
No, no, I did not. I'm sorry.
No, I not.
No,
No,
I
I'm
not. I
not.
did not say anything. Creatively, I think me personally, everyone knows that I have a very over the top extra personality. Yeah, and I own it. And it's very, very me. And along the journey, it has been very hard for me to be like, comfortable being myself around a lot of people. And I will say this publicly, this is probably one of the reasons why I was afraid to join the podcast. Because bringing myself into a circle with people who are not familiar with me and think that, oh, Stevie's doing so much, no, that's Stevie. And I've gone through a lot to get to where I am now. So anytime that I get an opportunity to express my personality or be my natural self, I'm going to do so. So when I got on this platform, I started having my little catchphrases. I was able to, express myself and be around and learn so much from y'all. So I was just like, I don't really know what they going to think about me because everybody else is clean, cookie cutter cut. And I'm just like, bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Right. I was like, I'm a pothead.
No. In the beginning episodes, y'all were very, very like, and I was just all over the place. But I was giving like, this is who I am.
Since they see my Twitter in 2012 and 13.
No. But y'all also, this is also something new for you because I was all over social media and you guys were like, this is a media platform that you guys were not used to.
Twitter.
Yeah, I was just like, but see, you were giving like
that's it. That's it.
See,
I wasn't giving nothing
I
else.
was all over the place. I was Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, everything.
Yeah,
so I was able to just use my voice. Girl, that's not so. I would
I love
Girl,
my Tumblr was secret.
My Tumblr was nasty.
It was filth, so it wasn't like the kind of Tumblr I would like share with people.
Secrets
that's
over
that
here.
on that.
But yeah, so I was just able to just get on this platform and just use my personality to sell it and give it me.
I think observing you,
let's
it's
celebrate
like
that.
Come on out.
Hello.
Come on out.
observing you. It's like I'm watching you, because I think you've always had your voice.
Yeah,
ever since ever since I met you, you've had your voice.
Yeah.
But I think you're finding more of yourself with the things you're starting to expand and
Yes.
do, and it's dope to watch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing that I will say every week that we come and we record, or whenever we record, it becomes a lot more easier to just like open up and discuss anything on the podcast. I mean, I'm a pretty open person off anyways.
Off the books.
On and off the books, but it's just also the setting is a lot different. Like, it's a little bit more serious. We have lights, there's microphones and stuff, so it's just like it may be a little difficult for people to open up, but like this is a safe space for me, and it's a pleasure to do it like every week or whatever. So yeah.
Sorry, I was doing sign language.
We always doing sign language behind the scenes.
I was flipping off Trey.
And I was just annoyed because he keeps touching his damn mic, and I don't want it to mess up the audio.
It was messing up the headphone. You know what?
This is crazy.
We'll talk
It's
later.
my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever.
You are very quotable on lyrics. These last couple episodes,
what
I just
is
want to
that
say.
damn song?
I just want to live while I'm alive,
Lyrics
bitch.
all day.
Okay,
Raw.
sis.
This is so random, but we never really discussed the whole Malik Gilba thing. Is that how you say his name?
I don't want to
Do we
discuss
want
that
to?
piece of shit.
Whoa, the ghetto.
Yeah.
Do we
I
have
just wanted to make sure
I
that
don't
we were
wanna-
all on the same page of
Yeah.
not discussing
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
Not discussing
Okay.
it.
We're good.
Next.
Yay.
Um,
That's why I never brought it up, because I was like, oh no, I don't think they're going to want to discuss that.
What's the left? Yeah. we're good.
So like,
Foolishness.
here's a quick
Period.
little topic. I don't know if it's really gonna be quick, but we'll see.
Okay.
How much sharing is too much sharing?
And what?
Context.
In context of what you do, whether it's social media, what you post, what you put out, what you say, what you do, whether
You
it's
talking about volume of posts or like what we're
no,
posting?
Just say
what
what
you're
you're saying.
saying. I mean, what you say to friends.
It might be a little
How
different.
much sharing is too much sharing? Do you guys have a limit of like, or like, do you have like a line of what? Oh, for friends, I'm not going to cross this line.
Okay.
Or for social media, I'm not going to cross this line. Or is it just like carte blanche? Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll share everything in the whole wide world.
Can I say something? This
Go
is so
off.
random.
Go. I
And
love
so,
you.
look, please don't ask me how much my rent is. Like, I don't like talking about money and stuff with like
Yeah,
friends.
we're not talking about
That is very. This is a
Like,
southern lady of you,
yeah,
honey.
like a lot of people in New York do that. Like,
Like, how
I
much
realized
how
that
much
it's
your
a
rent,
lot goes on. I was getting my cable installed yesterday, and the cable man asked me about my living arrangements, and I was just like,
Why
a-
you tell him to do his goddamn job? Hello.
It was just weird, and like a lot of people do that often here. Like, it's and that's what I mean about sharing. Like, I don't really like to discuss my job, my money, my coins, my nothing with nobody that I'm not fucking, and like barely that. So bare, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, why would you need to know all of those things? Like, if you're my friend, like if you're not paying my bills.
All right,
let's
now.
be clear. I may have just found a new apartment, but I'm always looking for a new apartment.
You better go.
Also,
you know
that
what?
too.
That
But
part.
yeah,
I need the
it's
motivation,
just
but it's rude.
it's yeah. That there should. I'm all about boundaries. I think a lot of people do overshare. My worst. I don't know if this is answering the question, but I get really uncomfortable when people overshare, like when I don't know them on first dates. Like that's like when I like boundaries and stuff.
Yeah,
but
because like that, when you first meet somebody is when you set
First
up boundaries.
impressions are the
And
best.
when you just give me a deluge of
Yeah.
stuff. It's like I wasn't.
Let's not switch the flow yet. We're not there
the
yet.
combo.
Yeah, don't switch it up yet.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think it's not a matter for me. It's not a matter of like what I share. It's like when and the timing of.
Yeah.
Because I know if I consider you a friend, I take that word like super seriously.
Yeah.
So I feel like I shouldn't have to hide most things. But if I'm just getting to know you, I'm not going to be like, yo, I'm super like like. I
I'm
wasn't gonna say
fucking
that, but
over it.
like like or other things. But like I'm very open about like a lot of things with my friends, and I'll just like not many conversations are taboo for me. So I'm just like I'll say what I feel, but it's just a matter of timing.
Come on,
Like,
Tommy.
Yeah, respect.
The type of things that I share, it has been changing. I am typically a very private person. Like I'll joke about things. I tell any stories I tell are all from like a few years back. There's something going on recently,
But the girls be thinking.
Come on, this preface.
no one. No, I'm saying like any stories like nobody knows about things that are going on like right now. Like
We'll learn about them
when
in
you
5
hear
years.
a story. It's something that happened like
Beyonce.
at least like a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? But me sharing, I want to be more open because being private, so private, is kind of lonely sometimes.
Yes, sir.
So I'm trying to figure out what my meter of like, so like what do I say and how much of it do I say? I'm trying to find like the green and the red, like so I can find the happy medium for sharing. So I don't know. When it comes to other people though, I don't care. Like I'm like, you can share whatever you want to
Say
share.
what you-
It
say
doesn't
what you
matter to
mean.
me. It ain't nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care. So sometimes I might be entertaining. That's mostly what Twitter is. Honestly, you're just scrolling through people's lives. So, but I'm trying to do more of because I'm really big on saying no, it's none of your business, or no, or the answer is no, I'm not talking about that, or you just shut down. I'm good at shutting down conversations.
Yeah, I
Real
mean,
good for
sometimes
that.
those moments are needed.
Yes,
though.
but at the same time, I think that it, to a certain degree, like I think that okay, yes, I'm not gonna talk about like these things, but it's like I should know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's like, oh,
You close the door on them.
what's going on? I'm like, oh, you know that the gif of New York shutting the door.
Yeah,
And she's like, that is
Right,
Like, I'm always like, no, why? No, I'm not talking to you about that.
Yo, Aaron, you was so
This
funny.
is so like on topic but off a topic because I'm like
That is your
I'm
new
trying
thing.
to-
That's your new
I'm
vibe and
trying to
thing.
understand something
Oh, no.
or a
Oh,
person.
shit.
But what's really mind-boggling is like also some people like I want to say look use you as an example.
Oh, shit.
Some people may think they're being less private or like more sharing when they're like actually only being more secretive, if that makes any sense. So like I'm like experiencing a person who may think that they're like being open and like communicating, but they're only being
From
more,
everyone else's perspective.
yeah, but more elusive.
Just
to
locking
me.
down more.
Yeah. So I think like it may be an instance for me where like the person or like a person can to them they're being like really open, but I'm just like, no, girl, you just being more secretive. Right.
I don't, man.
So not saying that that's you, but
Oh,
like I'm
I
experiencing a
don't
person like
know.
that. Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no, that's I'm trying to share more. So we'll see. Today I had a waffle.
Girl, I don't want to hear about that.
Did you put syrup on your waffle?
A little bit.
That's good. Syrup is the girl.
This is a good start. I feel like.
Yes,
I
it is.
know.
Come on.
Also, what to do? Also, what to do when you're
So
like really
vulnerable.
open and you're dating someone that's super private?
Yeah, I mean, those things
a little
come
hard,
up.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for me, I'm it depends on the area or where I am. Like here, I'm much more open than if you like come at me on the street. Like I'm gonna just look at you. Like I've had people come to me who's listened to the show and know so much about the things I've said, and I don't know them from like I can't like I don't know you.
Yeah, y'all gotta chill out on that too. Y'all gotta chill out on that too.
Y'all know
Like I
it.
forgot that I said
one.
one day I said on the show that like I wanted to still be throwing it back when I'm like 87. And like they were like, you said such and such you was gonna be throwing it back. And I was like, bitch, how you know that? And then I forget that like this comes out every Wednesday. Like I'm like, oh, maybe I should. Sometimes I'm feeling like maybe sharing everything isn't what is needed. But I'm also like, but that's what this show is for. Like this is what I'm here to do.
Creates connections. And,
and so I feel like I'm now opening up a private life. And I'm like,
Come on out.
Do you gotta sound like that?
right.
Come on out.
Sometimes I just don't want to.
Opening up.
Like you gotta like pull the curtain back and like say hi to people. It's like when you're at like a family event and you really just want to be upstairs in your room and now you gotta walk down and say, come down here and do the dance. Come and entertain and do all of that. Like no, I want to be upstairs. Let me be.
Oh my God.
Save me a plate. Like that's all I want.
I've always been way better at like online interactions than
Oh, yeah, you
in-person
carry online.
interactions.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not in that way because
No,
I
not
carry
like that,
in
but-
person too. But like I'm
Depends.
on. I don't like. What was that?
Nothing. What was that? You said.
No, you was like,
What
I
you
carry
were
in person
saying?
too. So
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
That's
you
the part
do.
we was down.
no, we were saying like, oh,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
You want to fight?
Girl, all
we
I
go.
said was we know. I didn't even say anything that no one else said
shade.
differently.
Is this Jackie Christie's podcast?
Basketball
Basketball wise.
You want to fight?
Oh, no, I didn't see anything.
Tammy Roman. Like,
I'm not gonna fight
Let's
Fred.
just fight.
I didn't see anything.
Jackie Christie. We are not trying to fight you, Jackie.
Jackie is crazy.
Like,
I'm gonna laugh like laughs in Tammy.
Okay.
He's a buster.
I don't even know what I was saying.
yeah, we don't either.
That's partially my fault.
That's the key.
I don't really
Aw.
know. It was something. It was something,
It was something
cute, though.
cute.
So
That was
Yeah.
cute.
yeah, just think about that to yourself.
So I guess.
But I don't think I shared
Wait,
my.
can I? I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. You said something earlier that's like stuck with me. You were saying how like you're still in this space where you want to really like appease and like be perfect in every single.
Come on, bro.
But I feel like, everybody's journey is their own. But my whole thing is with me. I realized because I've had my own spouts about whatever the word is with depression, and I deal with that, and then I go to therapy and things. But I had to also understand that a lot of the things that I put on myself aren't my responsibility.
Coming out.
I can't be responsible for how people perceive things that I say or do when my intention was good. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference if like you meant to be evil or you meant to be controversial and people take it as such. But if you know that your intentions are pure, all you can do is be yourself. And I feel like with me, I had to understand that I can't appease everybody. Beyonce can't appease everybody. Oprah can't appease everybody. So why should I put that pressure on myself? So you know what I'm saying? So you just have to understand that you can only do your best and leave the rest, child.
Come on. I love a word.
That was a quote.
That's all you can do.
I love
though.
a word.
No,
Yo.
seriously.
Please take a pen and paper and write that down.
Okay.
Please go reverse and go back.
We'll pause it.
I
We'll
need
pause
you.
Yes.
to do this.
Do you give me permission
Yes.
to read you?
But I think she wanted to.
No. I just wanted to say, as far as like sharing stuff, like I'm an open book. There's no middle in between anything topic or anything we bring to the show. I feel like I've been like very, very, very open to, to situations, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it does also take certain situations where you're oversharing and doing too much, but I've learned that it doesn't matter. And if the topic is brought to me, I'm gonna give what I'm feeling about it, and it's just me and nobody else. So I can't, worry about what the naysayers are gonna say because. Yeah, I'm not worried about what no one is saying. Like, it's just not for me. But yeah, always.
Well, it's that time again.
Wait a minute. Where we at? What time is it?
What time is it?
What time is it?
Do we have a question?
No, we do not have a question for
shit.
today.
Oh, okay.
Maybe next week.
Maybe.
Them hoes.
Okay. But it's fucking Jam of the Week time. Bitch, it's my show to moderate today.
She had to ask
Don't be
questions.
asking me no motherfucking questions.
I asked the question.
Don't you asking all them questions.
That was just a really abrupt transition.
That was
Well,
like,
you know, I'm working on it.
Okay.
So it's Jam of the Week time. And for that, Aaron, honey, you go first. What's your Jam of the Week? Oh.
So my jam of the week is "Say" by Vincent. Vincent is a Black queer artist who is absolutely incredible. Sings down. "Say" is just one of my favorites. I play it all the time.
Vocal.
I want to put it in like on the soundtrack for like a movie, like when at the end when they kiss or something, or like I don't know, like it just sounds that way to me, or like a trailer for a movie. Like it just gets me up. Anyway, listen to the song. It's really great. He sings. Oh my god. So yeah, check it out. But it's spelled Vincint. Vincent.
Fred, darling.
So I've really been in my tweet bag lately. Her first album, Southern Hummingbird, was
Sweet.
Yeah, it was something. So my
Southern
favorite song
Hummingbird.
from that record is "Always Will." Y'all know that song?
Yes.
I bet you always will. That's my
Yes.
shit. I've been listening to that back and forth recently. So yeah, that's my jam.
Stevie.
you guys know I love an anniversary song for a Jam of the Week. So my Jam of the Week is Mariah Carey's "Heartbreaker."
Okay.
Anniversary
That's a
is
jam.
today, and I really enjoy Mariah. You know, she's one of my all-time favorites. So yeah, my Jam of the Week is Mariah Carey, "Heartbreaker," coming out.
I love her.
Malik. Oh, clear your throat. Let me
yes.
clear my
I don't
throat.
know if
be
I want to
clear
get
about-
Banji or a 30-year-old. Okay.
I said go band.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all Banji. So, Young Thug just came out with a new.
Lord, I didn't think Young Thug.
Young Thug just came out with a new album or whatever.
He's like, oh, you girls want Banji? I'll show you.
Okay, bitch. I'll show those girls fucking Banji.
Okay.
No, but Ecstasy featuring the name of the song is Ecstasy, and it's featuring Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Word.
Jesus, that was a long.
Right.
I now have a list, so I just have to start
Bitch,
deciding.
it's one motherfucking song. I don't know why y'all girl have a list.
for the premiere. We're
Girl.
not doing this
Girl.
shit.
No, my jam of the week is gonna be Beyonce's "In the Club" remix. Sexy Little Thug.
We stand.
Sexy Little Thug.
Yes.
Shout out to Beyonce.
We stand a deep
Talking about
cut.
Banshee?
That's Banshee.
We stand a deep cut.
Y'all know I love that.
Jimmy
I
Choo,
love.
Jimmy
With her pair of super jeans.
That's
That's
my
what
girl,
I mean.
man. That's my
With the
girl,
Marilyn
man.
Monroe body.
Yes. I fucking love Beyonce, man.
First of
Yeah.
all, I
Girl.
love that because
Oh my
one,
God.
I know she Benji. Like I know,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
like
absolutely.
sometimes
She
it catch you by surprise.
That's a Houston girl for you.
Like-
Like, go off.
I just think about how that song used to play all the time on the radio, and like at one point, I think like somebody banned it or something happened.
Yeah.
But all I know is that was my jam, and I had to look and search and find it, and I have it on my phone with the original like cover art, which was like. It was like somebody wrote in Sharpie, Beyonce, a Sexy Little Thug in the club mix.
Yes.
I'm in love with that song, and so that is my jam of the week. Anything last, Fred? We have so much fun.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for
Yeah.
coming on.
Of
Tell the
course.
people where to find you.
Yes.
So on Instagram at formerly known as, but it's not an F, it's IV, formerly known as.
Come on.
On Twitter, it's like I really got carried away with these IVs. On Twitter, it's fourth, but it's IVOURTH. On Snap, no, I'm just kidding. No,
Lord, they gonna see
yeah.
They gonna
And
see
then-
you.
you. Gonna
and
get
then
some things.
Groove Theorist podcast on Instagram. Second episode comes out on Wednesday.
Welcome to
Oh, you
Wednesdays.
trying to come to Wednesdays with us, Fred?
Welcome.
That's the
Yeah.
day of the week, apparently.
We
I
had
did
to
my little
stand.
analytics.
We
That's
with
the
you.
day. They said that that's the good day.
Wednesday's
So,
the
yeah.
best, right?
Wednesday's the best day.
when the girls need a little extra.
With a little
You know what I'm
hum.
saying?
Pick me
A
up.
little hump.
Nourishment.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you do on Wednesdays.
You humping?
Oh,
Get on
and
outta here.
just because this is releasing Wednesday. If anybody lives in Denver, I'll be in Denver.
Hit him up.
Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Right. When you get to the end
Denver
of the episode,
listeners, look out for Malik.
With me and my
if you're,
girlfriend.
if you're still listening to this episode now,
Yes.
hit up
That
Malik.
bitch said she was gonna be here. That'd be
I'm
cute.
trying to get into
That'd
some
be
fun stuff. So yeah.
Final words. Support your friends. Support your friends.
Make sure y'all moisturize.
Coming out.
It's very, very important.
Do you want a moisturizing segment every week?
No.
That'd be cute.
Just asking because you say it every week.
I just want to do that reminder because sometimes the girls forget.
Forget. Yeah.
Be a little dry face, yo.
Yeah.
Right.
Dry face hoes. I'm dead, y'all. Oh my goodness.
God
Lord.
bless
Faced
them,
it.
though. God bless
And then hit him with the God bless.
God bless. God bless. Oh my God.
Anything
them. All
else?
my journey.
Anything else about y'all?
No.
No, as you twerk. Yes, Simon
Toot
says
that
put your
shit.
hands
Ow.
on your knees.
Word.
Okay, so like we always say, you can catch us every motherfucking Wednesday.
Every motherfucking Wednesday.
Thank you, Pips. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bitch, I'm a star, got these niggas wishing. He say he hungry, this pussy the kitchen. Yeah, that's my dog, he gon' sit down and listen. I can be fun. We, no,